Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Norton.
En esta clase vamos a seguir hablando de comida y además veremos las cosas que no se pueden contar. Goals for the class. Objetivos de la clase. 1. More words for food. Primero, aprender más vocabulario relativo a la comida. 2. Things that cannot be counted. Segundo, aprender las cosas que no se pueden contar. Do you remember Ted and Carol from the last class?
Yes.
What were they doing? Ricardo.
They were talking about food.
That's right. They were talking about food. Yolanda?
They were making a list.
Yes, they were making a list. What kind of list were they making? Imelda?
They were making a grocery list.
What groceries were on their list? What did they need? Vicente?
They needed vegetables and they needed some carrots.
Yes, they needed vegetables and some carrots. Anna?
They needed several potatoes.
Good. They needed several potatoes. Did they need any fruit?
Any?
Any? Yes, any. Any. Any fruit.
Any fruit.
Any fruit. Any es más o menos como some. Se usa para indicar algunas cosas que forman parte de un gran grupo. En inglés se usa en la misma manera que some. La diferencia es que usamos some en frases afirmativas y usamos any en preguntas y frases negativas. Por ejemplo, did Carol and Ted need any vegetables? Yes, they did. They needed some vegetables. Carmen, did they need any carrots?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Gonzalo, did they need any potatoes?
Yes, they did. They needed several potatoes.
They needed several potatoes. Imelda, did they need any beans?
No, they didn't need any beans. They had too many beans.
Yes, they had too many beans. Terrific. So, did they need any fruit? Cesar?
Yes, they did. They needed some apples and strawberry.
Yes, that's true. They needed some apples and strawberries. Well, Ted and Carol are continuing to make their list. Let's see what they're doing now. Let's read together. Well, I'll read first, and then you repeat. There are only 2 eggs.
There are only 2 eggs.
We'll get a dozen eggs.
We'll get a dozen eggs.
We'll also get a little milk.
We'll also get a little milk.
Can we get some cheese?
Can we get some cheese?
We don't need any cheese.
We don't need any cheese.
We have too much cheese.
We have too much cheese.
Do we have any meat or fish?
Do we have any meat or fish?
We have a lot of fish.
We have a lot of fish.
We need some beef and some chicken.
We need some beef and some chicken.
Eggs. Huevos. Eggs.
Eggs.
Eggs. Milk. Leche. Milk.
Milk.
Milk. Cheese. Queso. Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. Meat. Carne. Meat.
Meat.
Meat. Fish. Pescado. Fish.
fish,
Fish.
fish,
Fish. Beef. Carne de res. Beef.
beef,
Beef. Chicken. Pollo. Chicken.
chicken,
Chicken.
chicken,
Chicken. Good. Ted and Carol need dairy products. They also need meat and fish. Dairy products. Productos lácteos. Dairy products.
dairy products,
Dairy products. Meat.
meat,
Meat. Fish.
fish,
Fish. En este diálogo hay palabras que hablan de la cantidad de cosas que Ted y Carol van a comprar. Por ejemplo, 2 eggs, a dozen eggs. What is a dozen? Does anyone know? Imelda.
12 eggs?
Right, 12 eggs. A dozen means 12. Una docena, a dozen.
A dozen.
A dozen. Egg es una cosa que se puede contar. Podemos hablar de una cosa o de más de una cosa. También hay otra clase de nombres en este diálogo. Son palabras como milk, cheese, meat, fish, beef, and chicken. Se llaman nombres de cosas que no se pueden contar. Things that cannot be counted. Creo que están algo confundidos. Veamos la palabra carne. Cuando yo digo carne, ¿en qué piensan ustedes? Juan,
En pollo y en carne de res.
Maribel,
Yo pienso en cerdo.
Carmen.
Y yo en un filete o bistec.
Muy bien. La palabra meat, carne, se refiere a una categoría de cosas, no a una cosa en concreto. También hay diferentes tipos de leche, pescado, queso y pollo. Con nombres de cosas que no se pueden contar, usamos la palabra cuánto, how much. We find examples of these words here. We put them right in front of the nouns. Can you guess which ones they are?
A little?
A little. How much milk? A little milk. That's right. Un poco de leche. Ricardo?
Too much?
Yes. How much cheese? Too much cheese. Tienen más queso del que necesitan. Tienen demasiado queso. Too much cheese. Ana,
A lot.
a lot. Very good. How much fish? A lot of fish. A little milk? A lot of fish. Vicente.
Why some cheese? We used some before.
Yes, that's true. Some can be used with many words. For example, we can say some carrots, some oranges, and some eggs. We can also say some meat, some milk, and some fish. Some can be used for how many and how much. You can use any with things that can't be counted and with things that can be counted. It can be used for how much and how many. Cesar.
This is difficult.
Well, that's true. It isn't easy. Por eso debe prestar atención a las diferencias entre los nombres. Vamos a practicar la última parte de este diálogo. I will read aloud and you repeat after me. Is that all? Is that all? I think so. No, wait.
I think so. No, wait.
We also need some pasta and a little rice.
We also need some pasta and a little rice.
Oh, and we don't have any cookies.
Oh, and we don't have any cookies.
Let's get a dozen cookies.
Let's get a dozen cookies.
Okay, let's go to the grocery store.
Okay, let's go to the grocery store.
Now repeat these words. Pasta.
Pasta.
Pasta, como en español, ¿verdad?
Sin.
Rice.
Rice.
Rice. Arroz, rice. Cookies.
Cookies.
Cookies. Galletas, cookies. Bread.
Bread.
Pan. Ahora, presten atención a estas palabras. ¿Qué palabras se parecen a zanahorias, plátanos y huevos? ¿Cuáles son nombres que se pueden contar? Things you can count. Imelda,
Cookies?
why do you say cookies?
Because we can count them, a dozen cookies.
Right. A little talks about how much. We talk about how much with things we can't count. El arroz es un nombre que no se puede contar, porque cuando hablamos de él, no hablamos de cada granito del arroz. Hablamos del arroz como un conjunto formado por partes. Hablamos de una cantidad, no de un número. What about bread and pasta? Juan?
We use salt with both. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. Les daré una pista. There are many different types of pasta. There are many different types of bread.
Pasta and bread cannot be counted.
Exactly. You have worked hard on a difficult subject. Let's go to our manuals and workbooks and practice what we learned. Ricardo?
I have a question. What does "is that all" mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. It means eso es todo?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. See you in the next class. Adios.
Hasta luego.
Goodbye.
Bye.